Pick a pack of pipers in your pickle. Pick a pack of pipers in your pickle. Hey, pickle, pickle. Hey, pickle, pickle, pickle. I don't know why I find that so funny. Anyways, welcome to the latest episode of the Airplane Show. All about the aviation. All about aviation. That's right. That's what we all about. Except every once in a while when we're about trains or construction equipment or cars or, you know. But as you can see by the thumbnail, we're gonna do two different pipers tonight, hopefully. Hopefully, all goes as planned. Sometimes, you know, it doesn't go as planned with my streams. Sometimes Microsoft has other ideas for us. So I flipped the coin, and the Comanche is going to be first. So that's the longer of the two flights anyways. So let's get that one out of the way. And then we will do the Piper Meridian. So let's go ahead and actually let me turn photogrammetry off. I always start with photogrammetry off. Now this was a real flight that took place on today actually. Yeah, this flight, this flight actually took place today. So let's put our info in here. 24-250. I don't really know. That red one looks all right. I think we'll just stick with this one. That number is a little closer to what our actual number is, so we'll just stick with that one. All right, and we are taking off from, I believe it's Titus. K-Tix. Oh yeah, Space Coast. That's right, Space Coast. Yeah, we're flying to the Bahamas, bitch. And look like we'd be taking off on runway 18, so that would be up yonder. So let's go ahead and I'm not really sure where to park this thing. Let's just park up here. 41, 37, like 640. All right, we'll just park here. Ramp 36. And this took place on the 14th, so let's put that in. 14th at was it like 10:30 in the morning? Oh no, this took place today. The other one took place, okay, the other one took place on the 14th, the one that we're doing after this one. All right, this thing left at like 10:30 in the morning, so let's put this thing down to like 10 o'clock. Somewhere in that yonder. Somewhere yonder over there. All right, and let's give it some live weathers. We'll turn live weathers off. And we will make the pressure 1022. Actually, you know what? I'll leave this alone. We'll leave this alone. And we'll turn live weather on. All right, let's go. Let's get out of here. That departure, and let's go fly. Ooh, we got some frames missing. Hope I don't have to restart. Boy, that is in the red. Good lord. Frames missing due to rendering lag. 1,400 out of 25,000. Hopefully, yeah, that number will start creeping down. It'll probably take about 10 minutes. So if it's a little choppy or not as smooth as it usually is, just give it like 5 to 10 minutes. It should be. This computer's been on all day and it's starting to get a little angry, I think. This computer doesn't like being on all day. It can be a grumpy old man sometimes, this computer. All right. We are here. All right, Comanche. Flight info. Yeah, I probably should have built this from outside, actually. Yeah, let me do that. Let me build it. Oh, you know, no, we'll use the Garmin system. We'll build it from the Garmin system. All right, let's do some maintenance first. All right, we got the MT propellers. What is our outside temperature? 84 degrees, so we should use, let's see here, spark plugs. I mean, these are all, but we'll use fine wire. And let's fill up the engine with oil. Let's inspect the airframe. Everything looks good there. All right, now according to SimBrief, let me see how much fuel that it thinks we need for this flight. It says we need 101 kilograms. How much we got in here now? Oh, we're in liters. And then it goes to gallons. Shit. Okay. Total weight, useful load. Oh, here we go. We got 228 liters. Yeah, we got a lot more than we need. We'll just leave this set how it is. All right. And we got 2 passengers. That's what I built it as. All right. Very good. Let's go. Let's do a little walk around. Let's look at everything. All right. Flap looks good. Aileron looks good. All right, gas looks good. We can open up the gas tank too. I mean, the gas cap. Usually lets us interact with. There we go. Let's fill this up with some water. Come on, bitch. Let me use the controller, I guess. Alright, well, fuck it. If it wants to be a bitch, it can be a bitch. Anyways, it's supposed to... There we go. It's supposed to empty back out. There we go. Alright. Landing light looks good. Let's remove you. We got some Earl. Oh, that's a fuel tank. See, we can open up the fuel if we need to. I don't really know why we would, since we can't like manually put fuel in there, but all the gas tanks you can do that too. I like it. I mean, it gives it a level of realism. All right, let's remove one of the chocks. We can check that again. I'm not doing that again. All right, our propeller looks good. Here's an oil check here. Okay, so we gotta need SA50 is what's recommended. Let's check our Earl. Yep, and let's put in SA50. That's what we got in there right now, 50. Okay, yeah, we look okay there. We good. All right, let's put the stick back in it. Here's another gas tank. Let's remove this wheel chock. Let's remove this tie down. Another light. Another fuel tank. Another sump. Another aileron. Aileron. Static. Elevator and rudder. Static. Bags. We can actually watch the see how it like went down a little bit as we're putting more weight into it. It's awesome. And there we go. We're back in the cockpit. Back in the cockpit. All right, so that's all done. Let's go ahead and go through our checklist here. So pre-flight, passenger, seatbelts, control lock. This is the control lock right here. Let's remove this. All right, gear switches down, flaps are up, radio's off. All the circuit breakers are in. They're all down here. You know what? Let me turn the words on. I always do that in the propeller planes. Give me a second. Let me do this here. That, and that. All right, there we go. All right, circuit breakers and rotating beacon on. So one thing I like about this airplane a lot, there's a lot of things I like about this airplane, but one thing I like with the autopilot disconnect and the altitude switch, when you hide the yoke, the buttons still show up down here. I think that's awesome. All right, beacon on. All right, we got to select the fuel tank, so let's go down here. It's already got both tanks on. So we'll do the left main tank. All right, mixture rich. Throttle cracked. Prop full forward. Hang on, I think I got a text message. Hold on a second. No, it's just a camera system. All right, carb heat is off, and all right, fuel pump we need to turn on. Do we need to turn the battery on? Yeah, master switch on. All right, master switch on. And then fuel pump on. We need to make sure we got fuel. All right, fuel looks good. So we can turn the pump off. And then we need to stroke the engine. Yeah, we need to stroke it about 5 times. So let's go over here. Let's unlock it. That's once. Twice. 4. And 5. And then we need to turn both mags on. Engage the starter. Very good. I love when it starts the first time. All right, we'll leave the mixture alone. All right, now, all right, primer lock. Let's lock the primer. Avionics on, and we need to do our flight plan. Now you can swap these out to have old school systems if you want. Let me check. Okay, fuel looks okay. Oil temperature's going. RPMs look okay. We don't need to refill the oil. We already did that. Come on. All right, click OK. Click OK. This is our autopilot system here. I push that in twice, go back to GPS. That way this up top on the top left will switch to GPS. I haven't chosen an approach yet, but I will at some point. Actually, let's put the let's have the bottom one as an old school gauge. All right, controls. Let's just do GNS 530. Let's remove the rest of the tie downs. We can remove our headphones for now. It makes it quite a bit louder. All right, once this is done acquiring, we'll enter what we need to enter, and frames missed due to rendering lag. It says on OBS that's slowly going down. It's cut down in half since we've been talking. So, all right, let's go to flight plan. Let's enter that. And we got, actually this will be easier to use my controller. All right, K ticks. Enter, then we're going to ANGEE. So let me turn these lettering off for now. I might not need it on this airplane. This airplane's not as bad. There are some airplanes where it really helps to have all this lettering turned on. But right now it's just kind of getting in the way. It's annoying me. All right, ANG. E. E. Then we have ZFP. ZFP. Is that an NDB or a VOR? Let me look at. Looks like. Oh, let me go back to the actual map and look at it. Hang on. All right, flight plan. ZFP is a VOR station, I believe, from what it looks like here. Yep, VOR. Okay, so let's go down. And then let's put in MYAM. Why? 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 All right, MYAM. All right, let me look at the approaches real quick. Maybe we'll just plug that in real quick. I mean, there's only 2 approaches. So, all right, yeah, RNAV final. Let's plug in the procedure. Let's do approach. RNAV and Honix and TopMe. We'll just do vectors. Load that. And there we go. So we are all good with that. All right, let's go back to our checklist here. So with this tablet, you can control the autopilot, auto start, cold and dark. There's advanced options, cabin persistence, and by livery. So however you have things set, it'll be that way next time. You can set your turbulence, wear rate, failure rate, all that stuff, you know, from here. So, all right, let's go back here. So, all right, we need to set our altimeter. That's 30. So let's put in 30. All right, 30. Radio's on. Heading indicator, we need to set that. So we're leaving on. Hang on, let me plug in the approach real quick here. Let me get the direction of our. Oh, it actually says runway 18. All right, well that's fine. Runway 18. Information. 184. Oh yeah, that's right. This plane I have to we'll wait and do that when we get up to up top. Because we need to, so if we look at this map right now, the map isn't right. It's north up. We're not, it's well, it might be right. I don't think it is, but we may need to switch this when we get up to up top there. And runway 18, I believe, is right below us. Oh yeah, right above us. That's right. You just need to keep me to go straight. Okay. All right. All right. Nav lights. Put on our landing lights now since we don't have any taxi lights. Park and brake. All right, and then we need to do a run up when we get up there. All right, let's taxi. We probably should have put our strobe lights on now, but it's okay. The wingtips, the little grip strip on the right of the airplane, that's all. Those are all add-ons you can do from the tablet. Things look okay. Actually, let's put on our strobe lights now. They're down here. You can also do it from the tablet as well. Hey, what's good, man? Yeah, because I'm not gonna be around tomorrow. Oh, you're still flying? Oh my God. Well, you said it was a 7-hour flight, so yeah, I'm not going to be around tomorrow. I'm going to be up at my mom's house all day, helping her with stuff around the house. So I might be on tomorrow night, just playing regular games. But man, you're still flying. That's crazy. It's awesome. It's crazy, but awesome. We're doing Piper versus Piper tonight. And you can see we got our tail number there. That's the actual tail number of this airplane. N9116P. I'm trying to get some soda, but we might go off into the grass a little bit. Hopefully not. Oh, we gotta slow down. Oh, no, no. Slow down, bitch. Whew. All right, let's pull off over here and do our engine run up. and then we'll go up and take off. So let's come here. Let's put our parking brake back on. All right, engine run up. Oh, we got to position into the wind. We're not into the wind right now. All right, let's oh, that's right, because we take off right from there. Let me see here. What's before takeoff? Rudder, latch, carb heat. Oh, I don't care. We'll just do it here. Oh, no, that's right. Never mind. We'll do it up there because we got to do it into the wind, and we have to leave it at 1800 RPMs because we're taking off right after that. So let's go ahead and position ourselves. I don't know if this is going to be in the wind or not, but cool, man. I'll check out what you sent me in a few minutes. Actually, I probably can look at it real quick while I'm doing this. You sent me a bunch of screenshots. Oh yeah. I'm not sure what island that is, but all right. Cool, man. Looking good. Yep, I got pics. They look cool, man. All right, I might put the words back on so I can make sure everything is lined up properly. All right, so that says one. Yeah, let me put the words back on real quick because I want to make sure everything is lined up properly, and it's really, it makes it a lot easier and time saving it this way. All right, let's come down here. Let's push this in. Yeah, you see, that says 53. And up top, it has us at 183 right now, so we're off. So... Nope. All right, 183. So we got 1, 2, 3. Wonder why it says the heading is 49. Let's pull this out and do 183. All right, that looks close enough. That's weird that this card, though, says 49. Okay, well, I mean, I got it all set up, but thank you. Appreciate it. All right, it looks like everything is okay. I'm not sure why it says 50 for the heading. That's a little weird to me. But whatever. We're okay now. All right, let's do our run up. So brakes hold, fuel quantity check, desired tank, mixtures. All right, let's move the throttle to 2,000 RPMs. We can see the RPMs up here. We have our manifold pressure up top, and then underneath of that is the RPMs. All right, that's good. Now we got to drop magnetos out. Yep, let's drop one of the magnetos and see if it goes down about 125. Yep. All right, let's remove that, and let's put this back to about 1800. All right, that's good. And carb heat is fine. All right, before takeoff, elevator trim neutral. All our trims look good. All right, flaps, let's put them down a little bit. Fuel selector, fuel pump on. Strobes are on. Pitot heat, we don't need to worry. Well, I guess we can put the pitot heat on right now. And that's about it. So we can take off. All right, 85 and 105 is the best for us. So let's go ahead and get going. All right, let's put our gear up. Put our flaps up. Let's put our trim down a little bit. We need to get up to about 105 knots. All right, let's reduce our thrust a little bit. Try to get that down to about 2400. Oh, not that one. Hang on. We got to move our propeller back a little bit. All right, let's put that. Let's put our landing lights away. Let's pull our propeller back a bit. Not that much. All right, let's turn on the autopilot. Adjust our heading. Now there's no climb mode with this. We have a heading hold, and we can maybe catch our course, but there's no there's nothing for altitude. So that we're just gonna have to slowly monitor and do on our own. All right, let's turn. All right, let's go ahead and engage some autopilot. Let's click this. Let's click it one more time, and now we're in heading mode. All right, and for climb, 2400 max RPMs, and we need 24 on the manifold pressure. So we can actually increase our speed a little bit. All right, there's 24-ish. Click it back a bit. All right, there's that, and let's move. Well, and it's at 2400 max, so that's good. Zoom out a little bit. Oh, hey, what's up, Keith? It's all good, man. You ain't late. You right on time. We're going from Space Coast Regional Airport in Titusville, Florida, to Leonard Thompson Airport in the Bahamas. And then the other flight is from somewhere, some little airport in Florida to Marco Island. All right, let's try engaging track mode and see if this will actually work. There's a soda in the refrigerator for you. Let's see if it actually keeps our track. Sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. And we're supposed to level off at 5,000 feet according to SimBrief. Bit of deja vu, I hear you. Me too. Alright, let's see here. Let's look at our climb checklist. Throttle, we got that. Mixture. Oh, fuel pump, we got to turn off. Alright, that's all good. We got some zombies in the back. Oh, they actually moved their heads. Ooh, a little creepy, actually. Not gonna lie, that was a little creepy. Let's put our headphones on so we can dull the sound a little bit. There's a sandwich in there if you want the sandwich. It's like a turkey sandwich on a roll. Huh? I can have it? Okay. I took a slice of pizza. Oh, hey, your grandmother wants us to come up in the morning tomorrow. Huh? Probably leave here at like 10:30. Alright. Doing pretty good. Now, there's a lean feature with this that we're going to try to do. I don't know if it's a little difficult to get it to work, but we'll see what we can do. But we are going to stop off at 5,000 feet. That's going to be our altitude holding point. And you can do that a couple of ways. We can either push this altitude button here, or we can do it right from here and, you know, push the altitude here. But yeah, we got this thing fired up. First shot, man, that was great. Because if you don't get this plane fired up on the first shot, the battery starts to drain, and then you have to charge the battery. It's crazy. I mean, this plane is the people that make. Oh, there's my soda. I was looking for it. Forgot I put it down below me. The developers, they stated a few times that they try to make this as realistic as possible, like to real life. Like, so if you don't start that engine that first time, you may have to actually charge the battery. Okay, so we're in altitude hold mode now. We're gonna see these lights here start to blink. See? That means we need to put our trim down. And that's how you hold the altitude in this plane. It'll continually beep and tell you to go up or down. See, we need to go down a little bit more. Let's look at our cruise profile. All right, cruise, set, mixture. Okay, we'll do that. All right, 2400, 18 to 24, and mixture 50% of rich peak. All right, up to 24. Okay, so that's all good. So now let's go ahead and let's hold this LF button. And let's start moving our mixture. I might need to use my controller for that. Jesus Christ. That almost knocked us out of the air. We might not be at a high enough altitude for this thing to do the lean thing. All right, ROP. And now let's go ahead and a little bit. I tend to memorize stuff pretty easily when it comes to this kind of stuff, so sometimes I have the info sitting in front of me. You guys just can't see it. But this plane, I know we need to get it around like 65 or 75% power. And then then it'll bring up like this lean feature. Right now it's showing the exhaust temperature and the fuel flow, but there's a way to get it to show like how to lean, like what your lean temperature should be. But we might be too low of an altitude, to be honest, to do it. So I'm not going to worry about it. I think we're too low of an altitude. But that's what this ROP means. It means rate of peak, or something like that. Rate of peak or something like that. Trying to hold both buttons in at the same time, but it won't let me. Go. No, I don't want to refill. I want this. All right, now let's see if... Oh, that's okay. Because I think this plane goes up to 20,000 feet. I think. And I think, when you're up that high, then you do definitely have to lean the fuel out. But I don't think it really makes too much of a difference here. What I'm looking at this percentage of horsepower here. I'm trying to get that around 65 and also have the throttle down around 65 also. And I think if I can get both of those around 65, I think that's when it'll give me the rate of the lean rate. But I think we're really at too low of an altitude, to be honest. Alright, who cares? I'm not going to worry about it. Oh, there we go. Alright, rate of peak. What did it say? We need to be 0 to 50 degrees rich of peak. All right, so let's go ahead and start moving this backwards, I think. We can see one of the cylinders flashing. Cylinder number 5, it looks like. Let that thing come down. We need to get it between 0 and 50. There we go. We can do that. That looks good to me. I'm not sure why that thing is still flashing, but it'll be okay. I mean, I could look it up, but you know, to be honest, I really don't want to. If you guys really want me to look it up and get the answer, I will. But, I mean, I think we're okay. Our manifold pressure is okay, our RPM's where they need to be, and we're between 0 and 50. That's what it says right here. Mixture 0 degrees to 50 degrees Fahrenheit, rich of peak. Unless that's not Fahrenheit. Oh no, it is Fahrenheit. See the F. Now let's pull it out just a little bit more. Actually, let's give it a little bit more throttle. See what happens. Alright, that's fine. How's our fuel looking? Whoa, we're almost empty on that tank. Let's go ahead and where's our fuel and payload at here? Yep, yeah, 6 liters left in that tank. Alright, well, we should be okay now that we leaned our fuel. I'm still not sure why. I'll have to do some more reading and find out. I think this is supposed to stop flashing when we get to the right, you know, when it's set right, but whatever. It'll be okay. And we are really bouncing around up here. Actually, let me, I guess I can look it up. Let me go into, so I use OneDrive for all this, and I have a folder called Aviation, surprisingly enough. And it's got like 40 different booklets for like all the different planes and shit that I bought. Some of them are repetitive, some of them are checklists that I made myself. Alright, let's go up to lean rate. Oh yeah, power setting table. We're only at 5,000 feet. So we should be, hang on, let me look at this power setting table. Why didn't it rotate automatically? Alright, 5,000 feet. We should be at about 20. We should be around 20 on the pressure. So let's actually pull our throttle back just a little bit. We should be around 20.6 according to this chart. All right, there we go. So we're gonna just skim the coast here, and then when we get a little farther down, we're gonna hang that left towards the Bahamas. This flight's about an hour and a half, so we're going to be in this plane a little bit. The other flight's not as long. But it'll take us a few minutes to set it up, because that plane is... That's a fun plane to fly, the one that we're getting ready to fly. Except the passengers, they get really bitchy and they get really hungry and thirsty. Alright, slowly enrich the mixture to set the desired setting. Oh, the Comanche best power will generally be achieved with a difference of 40 to 50. Okay, so we need to get that up to 40 to 50. Let's go ahead and do that. Go. Lean the mixture to around 5 degrees Fahrenheit per second. At that point, the display should change to show the difference from peak at the bottom left. Difference in mixture. Okay, let's go to the pilot thing here. Let's see what this other handout says from A2A Simulations. Oh, wrong one. Alright, JP Instruments, EDM 830. That's what I like. It goes right back to the page. Alright, richest column for richest cylinder momentarily flashes. Cylinder ID box for richest cylinder flashes. Difference from peak. Alright. Takeoff. Where's that lean chart again? Here we go. Oh, it's showing a negative number. I wonder if it needs to be negative. Oh, that's negative EGT. That's not negative ROP. Alright, after... Cylinder ID box flashes when an EGT rises 15 degrees. After the first EGT peaks, you will see leanest for 1 second and bars coming down from the top. When richest appears, fine-tune the delta EGT to the desired degrees below peak. We need to go below. Alright, well, we can do that. That actually kind of makes sense. I mean, that's a... To be honest, this mixture here of 62, I think that's really low for 5,000 feet. So let's plug this back in. And let's try to get it like minus 35, minus 45, something like that. And then maybe that bar will stop flashing. Alright. Okay, when richest appears, fine-tune, lean at peak. If you hold LF, the peak EGT recorded will be displayed along the FF spread. Alright, let's, There we go. Now we're good. We leaned out our engine. It's not flashing anymore. Our magneto pressure, or whatever this is, not magneto pressure. Whatever the hell that pressure is. I forget what that pressure is called. That's where it should be, and the RPMs are okay. So, what is that? Oh, manifold pressure. That's right. Alright, how long do we got till our next We got about 19 miles. Yeah, this is probably going to be a little bit of a boring flight, but it's different, and I've flown this plane a few times, but it's only been like takeoff and landing type thing. Like I can't remember the last time I've actually like really flown this plane for any kind of distance other than like 20 minutes. Now we may have to switch into heading mode when our turn comes up. I don't know if this plane, with the type of autopilot that it has, it doesn't really do... My man. Yeah, this plane doesn't really like do turns. I mean, it turns good. It's just, it doesn't follow a flight plan really that well when you have turns. It's like you have to do the turn yourself, and then once you're lined up again, engage the LNAV type feature that it has. I don't know why it's so dark. This plane left at like 10 in the morning, but we can leave it at the time that it is. I thought I put in 10 in the morning, but now we're at 7 at night, so... But yeah, I was laying in bed this morning and I was like, what can I do tonight? What kind of flights? And we do so many jetliners and all that stuff. I was like, let's try something different tonight. That was my keyboard not working here. I think I need to unplug my keyboard and plug it back in again. Yep. Yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna be at my mom's all day. She needs help all day at her house. That's gonna be exciting. It's always good to see her. I'm not like bitching about that. It's just, you know how it is. Very thankful she's still around, but I don't really want to spend all day there. All right, 132. Put this on 132. Somewhere in that area. There we go. Huh. It won't let me switch views. Let's try it with the controller and see if it'll let me do it. Yeah, I can do it with the controller. I wonder if I have the right controller set up. Hang on a second. Oh, why is the keyboard on Chinook? Oh, that's so stupid. How did that happen? No wonder it wasn't working right. I'm like pushing buttons like, why isn't it working? There we go. I mean, it seems like we're going a little slow, but I'm following the chart, and maybe I could push it up a little bit. What does it say here for having red lights? Up to 24. So we got 145 miles left. We only got 49 minutes left of fuel. Damn. Oh, yeah, we should be okay. Because the last leg is only like 90 miles. Yeah, we should be okay. Man, look at the offset we have to try to keep this thing on course, man. That is crazy. Alright, I'll put it back down and you can stop flashing at me. Maybe having it set where I had it before was right, because that hours and minutes started flashing, kind of telling us to chill the fuck out. Like, you're not gonna have enough fuel, buddy. You need to you know, put that back where it was. Put it back where you found it. Yes, sir. Okay. Well, it looks like it is turning, which is kind of surprising. It doesn't usually do that. Let's see if it'll actually turn. Like I said, typically it won't do that. Just in case, we'll put it in heading mode if we have to. This is our last, we have this waypoint, and then it's right to the Bahamas from here, so it's a straight shot after this turn. Six, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, we'll just make the turn ourselves. Man, it is bumpy out here tonight. And then once we kind of level out a little bit, we'll go into high track again. So we're going to a VOR station. Let's plug in that VOR station. What is ZFP? Let's come up here and do it from here. I think it's 113 point something. Yep, 113.2. So let's come up here. It's easier to use the controller. Yeah, I can't stand just one aircraft, man. It gets so boring. I mean, this is boring. I kind of find this boring right now, kind of just like cruising. But, you know, it's part of it. So, gotta do it. But yeah, there's guys that just do like 1 or 2 airplanes. Yeah, that gets old real quick. Alright, whoa, I didn't mean to do that. Alright, 113.2. We got 90 miles. We're on a course of 314. Or we're on the 314 radial. Which means we're actually heading in the direction we're heading. Because the course is the opposite of a radial. Radials radiate away from the VOR station. So if we're facing the VOR station, that beam from 314 is smacking us right in the face, and we're staring it right back at, you know, 130 degrees. roughly. Well, I'm kind of half tempted to turn the, Oh, we're out of altitude mode. I'm wondering why we're like, Shit. I'm wondering why we're like all over the place. Oh, autopilot was off. Fuck my life. I don't remember disengaging the autopilot, but whatever. It is what it is. Sweet. Hope you have a good landing. Alright. I understand what you meant. Alright, let's go back into nav mode. Let me slow down a little bit. Try to save some fuel. Alright, what's our endurance? 47 minutes. We have a range of 146 miles. We should be okay. Man, there's all kinds of people out here tonight. That was the opposite of this afternoon. La 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 bamba. La 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 bamba. Necesito un poco de gracia. Un poco de gracia. Y arriba y arriba. Alright, let's go back to the main tank. A lot of turbulence. I do. I bought so a while ago they had a special with the it was premium deluxe together for like $60 or something like that. So that's what I bought. Is everything okay? Let me look at my engine. Is everything okay with this airplane? I'm starting to get some weird, like, stuff popping up. Yeah, electrical system looks okay. The engine analyzer looks okay. Oh, that's okay. Yeah. I was like that too when I first started using this, but then once I started like actually streaming, that's when I started buying more and more planes. Because I was like, if I'm gonna do this, I might as well do it somewhat proper and, you know, have a decent selection of planes. That way, you know. But yeah, when I first started, I was so frugal when I first started this that I was playing it on my iPad. I wasn't even using an Xbox. I was using my iPad and streaming it from the cloud service using my PlayStation controller as the controller. I didn't like this simulator at first, actually, man. It took a while for me to actually warm up to it. I was so ingrained with Aerofly and all that I didn't really like this one at first. Now it looks like aviation did something wrong. None of us saw it, so according to us, it was a great landing. Oh, that's terrible. You closed the game by accident and you're 7 hours in. Oh my god. That sucks. That really sucks. Sorry to hear that. I'm not laughing at you. I'm just laughing at like it's a situation. Oh my god. That would burn me up, man. Oh. All right, let me look at our arrival. So we got a decision height of 343. Yeah, that definitely sucks, man. Yeah, I've been there before. Not too often, but I've had that happen a few times. All right, 361 is the ADF. We might as well set the ADF. We don't really ever get a chance to use this. Switch. And what did it say? 361. Oh, that's right. I think there's 3 knobs here. Here. There we go. ADF. That's really weird that it won't let us put in the right frequency. Oh well, fuck it. Man, we are getting low on fuel, that's for sure. Oh, here we go. Our controller is too fat-fingered. Same thing happens with, there we go. Our controller is too fat-fingered. The same thing happens when I'm using the equipment here. Like, I'll click the trigger, and, like, it'll jump by 10. Yeah, hopefully no cat didn't, like, jump off a building or something. Man, it is windy as hell out here. Kind of want to go, like, I kind of want to increase the sim rate, but I don't know if the plane's going to crash because of how bumpy it is. Now we got 60 miles left. Hope I got enough oil. I mean, oil. Hope I got enough fuel. Yeah, we got 120, 120 miles. Alright, it's 30.04 now. Let's change up our... Alright, we'll put more fuel in. See if I can do it while we're flying. Alright, there we go. Now let's see what it says. Yeah, now we got 171 miles left, or 56 minutes. Got a good tailwind behind us. We got a 14-knot tailwind. All right, let's put this. It's no fun flying over the water in the dark. Let's move this closer to the time that it was in real life. Somewhere around here. So I've flown this plane a total of 35 hours since I've had it. That's not a whole lot. Alright, let's put this on 314. I think that's our landing course tonight. Oh no, 96. Put this on 96. We're as close as we can get it. Yeah, it looks alright. What course does it say here? 133. Okay, no problem. $47 miles left. Man, I am not looking forward to landing this thing with as much wind as going on here. It's going to be challenging, that's for sure. Good thing I have the destruction turned off, whatever it's called, the ground. I forget what it's called. You know, where like you know, the ground fucks you up when you land, like the crash damage. And the other flight that we're doing, the airport's X60. I have no idea. It's somewhere like above Orlando. And then we're flying to Marco Island, which I think is the island that Trump lives at, I think. That's not why I chose it. That was just one of the shortest flights I could find with the Piper Meridian. Everything else was like 2 or 3 hours long. And then the flight that we're doing after this, that flight actually took place a week ago on the 14th. That one, it'll get dark out while we're flying probably. That one took off around 5:30 in the evening. I got here 17:32 written, so somewhere around 5:30 is when it took off. Now that next plane is very interesting because we have passengers that we have to feed, and we have to feed them, give them drinks constantly, and we have to keep the cabin at a good temperature, otherwise they'll bitch and complain the whole flight. They also rate us on our landing. They tell us if it's good or bad, and in the beginning they they flirt with the pilot and they like to take selfies with us. So we don't see any of that. That's just what the tablet tells us is happening. I mean, we see the food and drink. That stuff we see, but we don't see the flirting and the selfies. There's a limo that comes by and drops them off. So those are probably one of our airports up there, I would think. I don't know if we're going. I don't think we're flying to the Grand Bahama Island. I think we're going to Nassau. I think that's the island we're going to. I think MYHM is Nassau. But yeah, when we are about 11 miles out of the airport, we need to be at 2,300 feet. So 369. So when we're, I guess about 15 mile, when we're about 25 miles out, we'll start descending a little bit. We'll go down like 500 feet per minute or 800, something like that. So we'll start descending in probably about 15 miles. See the watercolor changing. We're getting close to land. I'm so happy I bought this plane. This is the only airplane I've ever seen from A2A Simulations, and I mean, I really wish they made more planes because they really nailed the hell out of this plane. Like, this plane, it's difficult. It's got a lot of equipment that works. I've never had any issues with it. It's got a lot of really neat features to it. And I'm looking at the PA-28 Arrow. I really want to get that plane, but it's made, two different people make it. Just Flight makes one that's really expensive. And then Carenado, which makes really good planes too. I have one of their planes. I have a PC-12 that they made. And they make the other PA-28 Piper. Both of them look awesome. I really am on the fence about which one to get. I really wish somebody on YouTube like already has both of them and like I can watch a video, because I don't want to buy both of them, but I may wind up having to get both of them when they're on sale again. Most of the airplanes I bought on sale. Like, I save them to my wish list, and then I go in every day and check it out, and you know, I purposely go to like 3 or 4 different games a day. I don't typically play them. I'll just go to the, like, open it up, and opening it up, I earn a certain amount of points every day with Xbox. So it's like every 3 months I get like a $10 or a $15 gift certificate from Xbox just for opening up the game. I don't even have to play it. I just have to go to the like, just go start the game and then quit it, and I earn points. It's crazy. So I do that every day, and over the course of like 3 months, I wind up earning enough points to get like a $10 gift certificate. I'm not gonna lie, I mean, I've spent a decent chunk of money on these planes. I've probably spent close to $300 on airplanes. I have a lot of them. I have a lot of airplanes. Some of them were 10 to 20 bucks. A few of them were 40 to 50. I think one of them was 70, I think. I think the 737 was like 60 bucks or something like that. That was the most expensive one. And then the Concorde was like the second most expensive. I think that was like 45 or 50. But everything else, you know, I bought on sale. All right, West End. All right, we got about 4 or 5 miles till we start descending. So let's bring up our descent checklist. Approach. We're not going to turn the autopilot off. Oh, that's for approach. That's not for descent. I thought I need to put the prop back to 100% at some point. Not sure what GUMP stands for. I think it stands for magneto or manifold pressure, but right, flaps, gear, airspeed, carb heat we don't need. Prop full for, that's what I thought, and mixture rich. Okay. That's what I thought. This T here is for the tow bar. You can put a tow bar, and you can use these arrows to move your airplane, so you can back it up. It's like, it goes real slow, like you're walking the airplane back yourself. It's got jacks you can put the airplane on. It's got an engine heater you can connect if it's really cold. Like, I took off from somewhere like North Dakota or Montana or something. It was like 5 below 0 Celsius. So I had to hook up the engine heater to start up the engine. All right, let's start going down. So let's deactivate the altitude hold. Let's reduce our throttle a little bit. Pitch down a little bit. Whoa! Whoa! The hell is going on? No wonder they say disengage the autopilot. Wow, no wonder they say disengage the autopilot. My goodness. Did not expect that. I did not expect it to drop like that, like nose down and then go nose straight up in the air again. That's interesting that our trim is up here. That is pretty cool. Let's put our mixture in all the way. Thinking we should probably just fly this thing manually the whole way. I mean, we only got 15 miles left. All right, let's hide the yoke. Put our landing lights on. Put our propellers all the way forward. Let's turn the fuel pump on. And actually, let me pause the flight real quick, mid-air, so I can look at what else we got to do here. All right, 120 miles, gear down. Okay, max gear operation is 125. Extend flaps at 100, and we need to be around so somewhere around around 90, I think, is pretty good speed to land. Oh, we are going to Grand Bahamas. I thought we were going. Well, never mind. Sometimes I'm an idiot. I could have sworn we weren't going to Grand Bahamas, but I thought we were going to Nassau. I thought MYGF or something like that was Grand Bahamas. Trying to keep our trim at a good level. Like, I don't want to. Well, we actually are pretty much on point with altitude. We need to be around 2,300 feet at about 10 miles out, and we're about 10 miles out, so. All right, let's slow down a bit. Our RPMs are way high. I know it said to put the throttle all the way in, but well, not the throttle, the propellers. Prop lever. Alright, we need to start slowing down. This would probably be a little easier at nighttime, to be honest. Seeing the runway and all that. Alright, let's pull our trim up just a little bit. You know, all the time I've flown this thing for, I guess, like 35, 36 hours now, something like that, 37. I never knew there was, like, stuff on the ceiling. I don't think I've ever looked up at the ceiling. I had no idea the trim crank was there for the trim, and there's a floodlight thing there. Like, I had no clue. All right, we're slowly getting down in speed. Let's move our prop lever back a little bit more. All right, there we go. Now we're getting there. How many settings of flaps do we have? Quite a few. All right, let's put some flaps down. Move our propellers back a little bit more. There we go. Put our gear down. Come on, gear. You know, I need to be on a 96 heading for this runway. I bet you we need to get over here more. That's an educated guess. I don't know for sure. I mean, I don't really care how we land, to be honest. But I think we need to be over these islands. second to last set of flaps down. I think we need to make a little bit of a U-turn. Not really a U-turn, so to say, but like we need to make a pretty sharp left here coming up. Yep, I was right. I was right. Oh, we're going a little fast. Just a little bit. Ugh. Jesus, that was rough. All right, let's just pull off on the side here and shut our airplane down. And I was trying so hard to make that like a smooth landing. It's so windy though. I'm not even sure if we landed at the right airport, to be honest with you. But we're here. Like, I don't think this is the right airport, but we're here, so that's what matters. All right, let's pull in somebody's driveway. That way we're off the tarmac. Throw our parking brake on. Let me look at the VFR map real quick. Hey, we sure are at the right... Oh, no, we're not. No, we are at the wrong airport. We should have been... Oh, yeah, here was our airport, right over here. Okay. Well, whatever. We're here. We had to make an emergency landing for fuel. So we'll just say that. All right, let's shut our airplane down. Flaps up, strobe off. Turn our landing lights off to strobe off, fuel pump. Mixtures lean. All right, trim, let's zero the trim out. All right, that's done, and let's shut this down. Parking brake is set. Let's turn the radios off. Transponder off. We just did that. Let's turn. Well, I guess we'll turn the radios off now. All right, avionics off. Master switch off. Throttle closed. Mixture idle cutoff. And magnetos. Turn them off. Turn the beacon off. Pi heat. And now we just need to secure the aircraft. So let's put in the wheel chocks, the tie downs, the control lock, pitot cover. All right, very good. Let's jump into the other airplane now. Let's go to round 2. Piper Meridian. Hopefully this airport exists in here. I've never tried typing in X60 before, so we'll see what happens. All right, Piper, Lotus, just flight. All right, here we go, and I'm gonna do a regular livery tonight and see what happens. So the big difference between the regular livery and light is that light gives you so there's digital screens, like the digital Garmin screens. When you do light, the screen in the middle operates both at the same time, like it gives you less textures on the airplane. So let's just try it. Let's try the regular one. And its tail number is N27KG. All right, let's try X60. Wow, it really does exist. Oh shit. And it's even got parking spaces. How wonderful. This 23 right here. Yep. All right, let's do 23 for Michael Jordan. Let's put this back on the 14th. At around, say, around there is good. I don't know who that was, but I will accept. All right, and let me get some medicine together. Let me take my medicine. I love this airplane. This airplane looks awesome at nighttime. It's got a lot of really cool features on it, just like the last Piper. Only bad thing about this one is the passengers. Like I said, the passengers are a big pain in the dick. I was on the fence tonight about which airplane to do first and which one to do second, but I decided to do the longer of the 2 flights first. Yeah, this thing is awesome. All right, let me, I gotta cut my medicine into a couple of pieces. Dissolves under my tongue. I can't. Well, one, I'm low on the medicine until Tuesday, until I go to my doctor, so I don't want to take a full dose of it, but if I do take a full dose of it, it kind of makes me sick. Like it's too much medicine at one time for me. All right, that's done. Let's grab a little slab of this. All right. Let me refill my vape. And then we'll jump into the airplane and... Yeah, see how, like, she's walking around and it's, like, really choppy? That kind of makes me want to put the light version on of this airplane. Like, I think that's got something to do with it. Maybe we'll do it. I just get really, really leery about some of these, like, third-party airplanes and stuff like that. So what I'm talking about with the light version, like this Garmin here. Oh, you know, it might not be with this airplane, the light version. It might just be textures. Because there's no Garmin system. Yeah, let me do the light version. That'll make me feel better. It takes the textures down to 2K and you know what? I need to see if this flight is the last one that I pushed. Let me see, because I think we can bring the flight plan in with this airplane. Nope, it's not. Hang on, I'm getting some messages too. All right, let me edit this flight and then resend it over. Yeah, it's just messages from work and stuff. All right, keep the pastime. Generate. All right, now it'll be okay. All right, let's go to... Well, let's make sure we don't have any updates. First things first. All right, no updates. Go back here. Yeah, let's do the light version. You know what? I've never done the one with the unicorn. Let's do the one with the unicorn. The one that I just chose, I always wind up doing that one. And I'm like, let me do the one with the unicorn one time. I want to do 23 for Michael Jordan. All right, there we go. Welcome everybody to the All About Aviation channel. We gonna fly the hell out of this Piper. It's Piper versus Piper tonight. Don't let this unicorn livery fool you. This a beastly plane. This plane's got a lot of features on it. These cats at FS Reborn, I've never seen them. I've never seen another plane from them in the simulator, but man, they did a hell of a job on this airplane. This airplane is one of the best that I have. I have like 100 and some airplanes. Like this one's one of the best. I love me some Piper. Well, that's kind of cool looking, I guess. Oh, that's kind of funny. All right, we'll keep that. All right, let's go ahead here. Let's look at... So everything looks okay. We got 1.7 hours on the bulbs. Let me go to settings and make sure we got okay. All right, units of measurement, action cameras, GPU, white limousine, kilograms, liters. All right, aircraft wear and tear speed. That's fine. All right, we got realism turned on everywhere. All right, let's look at some maintenance here. Okay, so we're okay with the lights. Tires are 100% healthy. Let's balance out the PSI. All right. got? Let's top up the oil. We're okay with the engine. All right, that's okay. That's okay. Battery's okay. Flaps are okay. Rotor's okay. Hydraulic pump's okay. Brake pads are okay. All right, very good. All right, let's go ahead and bring in our flight plan. And let me go to sim brief here. We don't have a chart. We don't have a chart for takeoff. But we might have an airport chart here. Let's you know, I had this problem last time that the charts, I don't think the charts worked last time either. Oh no, maybe it's just for this airport. Okay. All right, no worries, whatever. All right, let's click on route. All right, so we are going to hang on, let me cancel this out. Let me make sure. Let me look at our flight plan. All right, so we should have 295. We should be at 2223. 295 for fuel. All right, let's start loading. Put out the security cones. Let's put the red carpet out. Let's get the GPU connected. All right, flight plan, wheel chocks. Oh, okay. Well, I guess we can remove the chocks. Propeller cover, pitot covers. All right, before starting the engine.
All electrical switches off. Cabin climate controls.
I'm not going to use this evaluation the whole time, just right now while we're killing time.
All pushed. ECS cabin comfort switch off. Parking brake set. Bleed air lever. Pull OFF closed. Power lever. Idle. Condition lever. Cut off. Emmer switch. On. Pilot PFD. Verify on check system status. Emmer switch. Off. Battery switch. On. Fuel gauges. Check quantity and imbalance. Fire DET/ANN test switch. Press and hold verify engine fire CAS message.
All right, let's wait for everything to finish loading. Now, one nice thing about this is that since we already brought the flight plan in, when we start the avionics, it'll already be into our, it'll already be entered in. Like, we don't need to enter anything in. We'll need to enter the approach in. What's up?
What is it?
Huh?
If Justin says yes, we
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I think they should probably say that.
Who?
They won't go
I guess. Probably.
for it.
Yeah, he'll probably get back to me by tomorrow.
animal.
I know, I'm talking about Justin.
Oh, yeah.
Like I said, usually it takes like a day to get back.
Hope he says yes.
I know.
Oh,
I know you're excited to get a pigeon. I know they are. It's alright, bye. Alright, there's our fuel truck. I typically don't always like call the truck over and do all that, but I figured it's Saturday night, we'll do it tonight. So he fills up both sides at one time, and then we'll wait for the passengers to get here with their limousine. That's why we have the red carpet out. When I do these checklists too, like, I'll do all these myself except for the engine run up. I have the Giga Chad do that one, or Mega Karen Giga Chad Copilot. I have them do this part. I just autocomplete the page. Because this part here, like holding the buttons in, and this part just sucks. But I do it because there's a lot of realism to this aircraft, and it needs to be done properly, or you could have major issues with the airplane while you're flying if you don't take a few minutes and set it up properly. We can see on our tablet here, we can see the fuel being put in. And we're getting that dinging because there's a fuel imbalance. That dinging will go away once we're balanced out, which he's doing now. You can see the other side is now getting fuel. Then once they go away, our guests will show up, and they take selfies, they flirt with the pilot, then they get in and they almost instantly start complaining about the heat. What's up, Magnum? Oh, the livery? I don't know. It's just, I've never used this livery on this airplane before, so I was like, why not? I'm okay with rainbows. But I think the unicorn's pretty funny, man. Looks like he's all fucked up, doesn't he? That's like if you drop some acid, that'd be the kind of unicorn you'd see if you were, like, dropping acid. Farting rainbows and got his tongue hanging out. He's got his tongue hanging out like Falcor. You remember Falcor? If you're from the 80s, you know what I'm talking about. The dragon from the Never-Ending Story. When Atreyu is scratching behind his ear and his whole tongue comes out his mouth. Like, ugh. What a great movie that was. Never-Ending Story. Yeah, we can't do any of this stuff until they're done. Alright. So, Ghost Truck is leaving. Let's see what's going on now. Passengers. They should be popping over any minute. Yeah, what a great movie Never-Ending Story was, man. That was such a good movie. Best movies ever. Oh my god. How much time do you have? Like, we could talk forever. You might not agree with me, but I think one of the best movies ever made. I still watch it like all the time. Gangs of New York. From Martin Scorsese. Came out like in 2002 or 2003. It's got Daniel Day-Lewis and Cameron Diaz. Leonardo DiCaprio. Yeah, one of the best movies ever. I love that movie. 40-Year-Old Virgin. Oh, passengers are here. I just heard the horn beep. Now, this looks like an Audi to me. Sorta. Kind of looks like an Audi A8 limousine. Now, we don't see anybody get out, but we do read on the screen that they're flirting with the pilot, taking selfies. Yeah, I think 40-Year-Old Virgin is one of the best movies. Aliens Alien 1 and Aliens. So many movies from the 80s. Ghostbusters. The first Ghostbusters. Stripes. Airplane. Blazing Saddles. Apocalypse Now, great movie. Yeah, Robert, not De Niro, the other Robert, Duvall. He was great in that movie. So was Michael, not Michael, the dad, Kurt Russell. I think it was, no, it was Michael Douglas. Was it Michael Douglas? I think it was Michael Douglas in that movie. Yeah. Great movie. Alright, you can see they're flirting with the pilot now. So once they're boarded, we'll close the door and then we'll finish our checklist. Alright, boarding. Alright, complete. Let's close the door. See you, bitch.
Battery voltage 24 to 26 volts. Fuel pump switch. Manual. L and our fuel pump on CAS message. Illuminated. Ignition switch. Manual. Ignition on CAS message. Illuminated. Start mode switch. Auto light in switch extinguished. Push start switch. Lift cover. Push. Oil pressure. Check rising. ING MIN 13%. Stabilized. Condition lever. Run. ITT. Max 1000 Celsius limited to 5 seconds. Starter at 56% ING. Verify start engage. Aim.
Almost there.
Stable above 63%. NP.
Yeah, man. Get all them bunnies on board. All them zombie bunnies.
Verify 1200 RPM minimum. Gen switch. On. Check positive amps and 28 volts.
Yeah, it's
On
fine.
switch. On. Fuel pump switch. Auto. Ignition switch. Off. Oil pressure.
It's
Check
fine.
minimum 60 psi. Avionics switch. On. MFD. On press enter. CAS messages.
Mm-hmm.
Consider any illuminated. Autopilot. Pre-flight test. Pitot switch. On check operation. Pitot switch. Off. Taxi/rec LT switch. On. NAV switch. On. Cabin climate controls.
Alright, this one here, we gotta put this on. Put this on high for now. Put this on. Actually, we'll do low. And we got it on auto. All right, very good.
As required. Radio avionics. Check. Flaps. Retracted. Elevator trim. Set in takeoff range. Rudder trim.
Yep, got to move this 2 to 3. So it's in the green there.
Set 2 to 3 right trim. Lead air lever.
Push that bitch in.
Push in on. Cabin pressure dump switch.
Yep, that's good. Then we got to move this to normal.
Verify position. ECS cabin comfort switch. Normal. Dest ELV, LFE, and TMR/REF window.
Yep.
Set. Stall warn test switch.
Stall, 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 stall.
Press to test.
Stall.
Altimeter set.
All right, what is our altimeter here? Well, let's check on our passengers first. They might be upset. Yeah, all right, let's get them seat belted, and we can see the orange. Oh yeah, they're really hot. Jesus. All right, let's get them something to eat and drink. Get them some pillows. And let's get this temperature down a little bit. All right. That'll happen over time. They'll be okay. Flight plan, departure. METAR is 30004. Let's change the barometer. Oh, hang on. Let me change it to inches. You know, let me get rid of this wording here. I needed it for the last plane, but I don't need the wording turned on for this plane. Not when it's this new. When it's a new plane like this, don't really need it. All right, let's go to EFD options, altitude units, inches. All right, back. And let's do 30.004. Very good. All right, that's done.
Set. Parking brake.
All right, well, let's get our clearance. Let's get our clearance, and then we'll release the parking brake. All right, if we're taking off 23, we need to say north. There we go. All right, announce taxi. Oh, we got to remove the generator, and I think 23 is up there. Give me a second. Nope, that's not 23. That's 23 down there. All right, let's put the GPU away, and then we'll get out of here. All right, security cones, red carpet, and GPU. All right, let's roll.
Release.
Oh, before we gotta do this before we taxi. Hang on. I have him autocomplete this page while I'm doing the flight list, the flight plan. All right, flight plan. Hey, how come it didn't bring in our flight? What? It always brings in the flight plan. Wow, maybe it couldn't do it because of the, Damn, that sucks. Alright, well, let's enter our flight plan then. Alright, K. I've never seen it not bring in the flight plan before. KX 6 0. All right, well, let's do X60. There we go. X60. Runway 23. All right, and then we are going to all right, direct to OCF. OCF. And then from there we are in pin. I think that's the beginning of our... No, it's not. It's not the beginning of... I thought the in pin was the beginning of our arrival. All right, in pin. Let's enter that in. I can't believe it didn't bring the flight plan in. I have never seen this plane do that before. First time that's happened. All right, and then where are we going? K what? KM, KY. Runway, is it 17? Yeah, runway 17. All right, let's go to procedure. The approach we're doing is RNAV 17. We're doing AVCOF. Do I want to go reverse? Yes, because we're going to be coming in an awkward angle. 295 is our decision height. Let's put in 300. Enter. Let's load this. And then let's put in our arrival. We're doing Shifty 5. And Shifty is our transition. Let's load that. And what is our cruising altitude? 24,000 feet. So let's program in 24,000. And then we'll auto-complete this page and get out of here. I don't know why he's taking so long to get back to 1900 RPMs, but man, this GigaChat is he is useless. Like, it's so hard to find good help these days. Oh, you got gifted it? Oh my god, that is awesome, man. Where can I get friends like that? Congratulations, man. Yeah, I mean, if you fly the Airbus more, definitely trade him in for the Airbus. Absolutely. I mean, both are great, but wow, that is awesome, man. Congratulations. All right, let's auto-complete this. Turn our flight director on. Force finish. Auto-complete page. All right, let's go ahead and taxi to our runway. Now, when we taxi, they, being the people who made this plane, recommend we stay in this beta range back here. It's like a mini reverser, kinda. So what? Because they don't want you. They recommend not going over 20 knots. That way you don't ruin the brakes. So we'll give it a little bit of throttle, and then we're gonna pull it back into beta range, and it'll say reverser on the screen, but it's the way it's supposed to be. I don't know why the red carpet wasn't put away. All right, that's all good. Let me check our passengers out. Still not cooling down enough for them yet. Maybe we'll put it on high. The temperature, well, let's put the air conditioning on. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe I didn't have the air conditioning on. It says AC off. Oh, that's on. Okay, now it's on high. All right, now we should be okay with them. And let's go back to our map. And if you see on the screen here, it says beta. That's because we're in that beta mode I was just talking about. Beta! Oh shit, I gotta get a manual out for this plane, damn it. Yeah, I think Airbus over Boeing, personally. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I would choose, for study level, I would choose an Airbus over Boeing, for sure. I think a lot of the systems are simple, more simple compared to Boeing, and like interacting with a lot of things on the Airbus seems to make a lot more sense to me than Boeing. Hang on, let me get out this checklist thing I have here for this plane. Let me find it. What are we in right now? Hang on, let me pause this. I got so many booklets here on my desk, on my thing here. Super Constellation, Inabuilds, DC, Concorde. Where is it? Where's FS Reborn? Oh no, maybe I don't have. I thought I have it stored. I know I have it online. FAA, FCOM. Damn, maybe I don't have it stored. Hang on, let me go to my bookmarks in Chrome. I know I have it on my bookmarks. All right, bookmarks. Let's go to aviation. And I could have sworn I stored it. All right, FSR 500 manual. Let's open it up. Because they have checklists that I like to use while I'm flying. Plus, it also has the charts in here to show like what your power should be at cruising altitude and all that. So, all right, very good. All right, let's I guess we'll just do this here.
Gen switch. On. Alt switch. On. Bleed air lever. IN open. ECS cabin comfort switch. Normal. Fuel pump switch. Manual. Ignition switch. Manual. Pitot switch. On. Landing light switch. On. Strobe light switch. On. CAS messages. Consider any illuminated. Engine instruments. Check. Radio avionics. Check. Flaps. Set 0 to 20. Elevator trim. Set in takeoff range. Rudder trim. Set 2 to 3 right trim. Flight controls. Free and proper travel.
All right, that does it for you, buddy. We don't need you anymore. Put on GPS, and let's go ahead. All right, they are getting cool now. Let's go ahead and fix this. Put that on low, and then move this up to about there. That'll make them happy. And let's get out of here. Oh, hang on. Let me look at one last thing. One last thing. All right, bearing 1 indicator. We'll do GPS. I don't think we have... You know, we don't have nav. We're just doing that. So, all right, very good. And wind should be number... Let's do number 3, because that gives us the crosswind info. All right, very good. Let's take off. So normal takeoff, around 85 knots, we go up in the air. Can't redline it. We got to keep the ITT, the exhaust, and the torque below the red. All right, let's go, bitch. Gear up. Make our turn. All right, best climb speed is 125 knots. Boy, this thing is stuttering like a mother. Jesus. All right, yaw dampener, we need to turn that on. Man, I even have photogrammetry turned off, man. It's stuttering this bad. Jesus. I'm glad I got the light livery instead of the other one. Wow, this frame rate is terrible on this thing tonight. Good lord. I don't know why it's so bad. Really difficult to control. All right, let's go into heading mode. Heading mode, autopilot on, and flight level control. Let's do 125. Go nav. GPS. All right, let's go ahead and turn off the landing lights. And now, according to our chart here, it might. It might. I don't know how to. Well, I mean, I think I responded to you earlier about, you know, like as far as what like PMDG, but like it's not just PMDG that's. Well, actually, yeah, I think it is just PMDG. They're working on it, but I don't know if it's the SU15 update or like the latest Xbox update. I don't know if you clicked on the link that I sent you, but yeah, it's a problem, that's for sure. You could try uninstalling it and see what happens. All right, so we got to stay at 125 knots, and our torque needs to be below 1313. ITT below 770, and NG is 101 max. Yeah, I really don't know like what could fix it. It sucks. I'm impatient too, man. I want it to work like right away. I just don't know like what can fix it. I don't know. I didn't know you could install the update. That's interesting. I never knew that. All right, fuel pumps on auto, ignition on auto. Ice protection as required. What's our temperature outside? 13 degrees. All right, passengers are getting hungry again. Hungry and thirsty. It's a very interesting items that we serve on airline, all about aviation. We have, they get a croissant, they get macaroons. I think that's Post-it notes. And something very white in their coffee, which I... Hey! I don't know what that is. I didn't do it. Typically, I put on, I put on photogrammetry by now, but it is so choppy, the frame rate right now, that I'm scared to do it. I mean, I got the light livery on, so, I mean, I'm using the least amount of memory that I can with this airplane, but yeah, I really don't know what's gonna fix it. I mean, I tried uninstalling the 737 and then reinstalling it. That didn't work. But yeah, I mean, the tablet, I can't get it to calculate takeoff data or landing data at all, and it won't bring in my flight plan either. So yeah, it's definitely an issue. PMDG, I know they're probably jumping all over it right now, because that company, usually they have no issues at all. Like, they're usually like very solid. So for them to have this kind of issue where it's affecting like a lot of people, I'm sure it's not sitting easy with them. All right, let's bring up some charts. So we got, let's do our arrival. Let's pin Shifty. And our approach. Our nav 17. Let's pin that one also. Oops. Go back to route. All right, weather. Yeah, no problem. I wish I could be more help, but I mean, it's, you know, it's not like you're doing anything wrong, or, you know, or I'm doing something. Like, it's just, it's an issue right now, which sucks. I've never seen that airplane have anything wrong with it ever. And I've had that airplane for probably 7 or 8 months now. All right, let me turn on some photogrammetry now. Seems like things are kind of settling down now with the frame rate and all that. And then we'll do some outside camera views. All right, got that. Let's go back. Oh, it's only those 4. You know, I'm wondering if I'm having such frame rate issues because of all the multiplayer around me. That could be. Let me turn off multiplayer. I wonder if that has something to do with it. All right, traffic. Let's turn that off. Multiplayer off. And let's take myself offline. There we go. Okay. That might have something to do with, because I don't typically have, especially like in this area of the world, with this airplane, with this livery especially, because it's a light livery, Like, usually there's no memory issues at all. But all that frame rate and stuttering, that's definitely memory issues. Now, I still have it a little bit. Weird, man. I don't know what the problem is. Maybe they launched this update a little too early. I weigh 24,000 feet seems really extraordinarily high for this type of trip that we're doing, but we'll give it a shot. I mean, it's only a simulator. If something bad happens, we'll just you know, I'll say goodnight and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Good night. Yeah, I won't be on until tomorrow night for sure. I'll be helping my mom all day tomorrow. Fun times. I don't mind helping. But, you know, it is Sunday, and I like to be lazy on Sunday as much as I can, but if she needs help, I'll help her. You know, she's not going to be around forever. And I'm trying to set a good example for my kids, too. Because one day I'm going to be that old, hopefully, and I may need their help, and I don't want them saying, well, you didn't do it. You didn't do it when your mom needed help. I'd be like, bitch, shut up, man. Just help me out. Just help. Yeah, this plane is great. I love this plane. Every airplane I get into, I say it's my favorite. So I'm going to say it right now. Out of all the propeller planes in this game, this one's my favorite. Tomorrow, when I fly another plane, I'm going to say the same damn thing. But for tonight, this one's definitely my favorite. That other Piper we flew, too, the Comanche is great. I like that plane a lot, too. I don't know if I love it, but it's definitely fun, and it's got a lot of great features. That Piper Comanche from A2A Simulations is awesome. If you're on the fence about buying it, don't wait. Just get it. You will not regret getting that plane. That plane is so realistic with some of the things that it does. It is crazy. Like, if you don't start the engine right away, like, if you don't start the engine properly the first time around, you might not be able to start it for a while until the battery recharges. It's crazy. But it's also got some very simple things you can do with it, too. It's got a tablet where you can start everything with the click of a button. It's got anything that's got switches, like the lights or the autopilot and all that. You don't have to interact with the buttons if you don't want to. You can do it all from the tablet. Oh yeah, we got to go back inside and put on some standard pressure. How my peoples doing back there? Let's check them out. Let's check out my peoples. All right, you can take off your seatbelts now. With these people, as long as you're between like 20 and 22 degrees, usually you're okay with them. This map as well, you can do VFR map. And then instrument flight rules low and high as well. It is crazy. All right, let me get up my let me get my chart out so I can see what our cruising information needs to be. This is the booklet that comes with this plane is 148 pages long. Towards the very back of it, it has an annex which gives you your cruise performance, maximum cruise speed. So we're going to be at 24,000 feet. Let me see what the temperature is outside. We're at negative 14. So we'll probably be around negative 20, I would think. So that'll probably put us somewhere around the 1200 area for maximum torque. Montgomery's Flying M Ranch. Yes, sirree. Come on down to good old Montgomery's Flying Ranch. We take care of all your flying needs here at Montgomery's. So this N27KG, you go to FlightAware right now, type that in the search bar. This flight will pop up from April 14th. Oh yeah, let me see what time it is, because this thing took off around 5:30. Oh yeah, let's make it a little... I kind of want it to darken up a bit by the time we touch down, because the interior of this plane is really cool. It's got these green, it's really cool the way this plane lights up at nighttime. All this down here like turns like a really cool looking green. Man, this plane doing pretty good, man. We're still at 1200 vertical feet per minute. All right, we're at -17. So right now our maximum torque would be 1208. So like I said, I think we're going to finish off around -20, somewhere in that area. I'll be damned, I thought 24,000 feet was way too high. I guess that's about right. Like for the distance, because this is only like an hour long, this flight. Not a very long flight. Damn, man, I'd be going through batteries like crazy on this vape. I need to get new coils that take less power. They were supposed to do that for me last time I went in there. I asked for coils that didn't require such a high wattage because I only run one battery. They were like, okay, yeah, we got it. And I got home and looked at them and I'm like, oh, they gave me the same exact ones I had before. Like these batteries I use, they're good. But if you go too high over like 60 or 70 watts, the power like really like gets sucked out of these batteries really quickly. Let me charge them up. Charge up my batteries. Oh yeah. There we go. All right, let's see. I think 30,000 feet, I think. All right, -21. I might be able to look it up in a second. All right, -21. We should be at a maximum of like 1233. So let's bump up our power a bit. Because we can actually go up to like just over 1200 on the pound-feet of torque. Yeah, the TBM is 31, yeah. Let's get our ITT below 700. All right, that's good right there. Let me see if this has the ceiling in this booklet. I think it does. All right, using this manual, getting started, overview. What's that? 3.2. All right, installation, mixture, sensitivity. So sensitive. Booklet is so sensitive. Oh my goodness. I identify as sensitive. All right, specifications. 30,000 feet. It's got a range of 1,000 nautical miles and a ceiling of 30,000 feet. Yep. All right. So we're good with all that now. Still a little choppy. Let's remove some. Oh, I did have it all the way down. Okay. All right, let's see where our VNav is. We don't have a top of descent here. Oh, that's why. This thing always shows up. I don't know why this thing keeps on showing up, but if you ever see this in any of your flight plans, manual sequence, it'll fuck up your whole flight plan like it's doing for me right now. There we go. Now it's fine. I don't know where that manual sequence thing comes from, but every time it shows up in a flight plan, like, it kills the whole flight plan. All right, now we got 19 minutes. That's more like it. All right, let's check our passengers out. Oh, they're doing okay. All right. Yeah, I really like the TBM. That's a fun airplane to fly. Yeah, well, that could be. Yeah, that could be. I never thought about that. Just every time I see that thing in a flight plan, it's like having a discontinuity or vectors or something in there that it just can't handle. Yeah, I only see it with these Garmin systems. I never see it like in anything else. It's only in Garmin systems where I see it. I kind of thought there was something wrong when I went to VNav and it didn't show anything. Like that, it's not supposed to happen. What part of the airplane is this? It must be part of the tail. That must be what that is. I don't think that's the wing. That could be the wing. Oh, yeah, it is the wing. Okay. I think the planes that have these, like these exhaust ports on the side, they look so cool. It looks like a mustache to me. Like, I always think these planes that have it, they have such a good, like, I don't know, it looks like they have personality. Like, it's like, you know, like them old style mustaches, like where I think of the guys like pulling on it and twisting it. I'll get you, Jimmy. Like pulling on their mustache and twisting it. Boy, this game is having trouble rendering. Jesus. I haven't seen it this bad in a long time. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's a pretty cool feature. They definitely have some very cool things about this flight simulator. Just things that just kind of like, it's like, you know, like whipped cream on top. You know, just like, it's not really necessary, but like it's cool, really cool that they have it. Yeah, I'm very curious to see how the next edition of the flight simulator is going to be. I'm wondering if it's going to be good when it launches, or if it's going to be like most of these AAA games when they come out and just nothing but issues. Winter Haven. I think my ex-wife cheated on me down in Winter Haven once before. I think she went to a wedding down there many years ago when we were married. I think she cheated on me down there. Winter Haven sounds familiar to me. I thought they said Gamer Landing. I was like, that's cool. Gardner Landing. World's greatest aircraft collection. Well, that is something interesting. Take a screenshot of that. Wait, I can look it up. I never heard of that before. World's greatest aircraft collection. That's a bit presumptive, I think, to just label yourself that, but... Oh, look, Flanders Field. Ned Flanders. You know, let me turn off live weather. Maybe that's got something to do with it. Sometimes live weather is the killer when it comes to this simulator. Nope. Still running like shit. Yeah, you're probably right. Like, they can't just, you know, it's been 4 years. They can't just package it as update 15. They have to call it something official. But you're probably right. Or maybe half of the changes will come out now, or more than half of the changes now, and then the rest will come out with the new simulator. I'm definitely curious to see what they do with, like, the satellite imagery. And I'm very curious to see what they're going to do as far as, like, being able to fast forward a flight. Because I would love to be able to fast forward most of this stuff. Most of the cruising stuff. Aerofly's got a great way of fast forwarding, so does X-Plane. And Microsoft is terrible. I've tried the one that Microsoft has right now, and every time I do it, it never works properly. But Aerofly is great. You just tap on the map, click on the map where you want your airplane, and it puts it right there. X-plane, you just open up the map and you just drag your airplane to where you want it, and it's right there. I gotta think we're gonna be descending here pretty soon. Let's see what it says here. Still got about 12 minutes. You know, let me turn off photogrammetry also. Maybe that's another issue. Just can't handle it tonight. I mean, we're not really flying over any major cities anyway, so it's not like it's really that necessary. Maybe that'll smooth things out a bit. I mean, it's not such a big deal when we're in the air like this, but landing, it's a big deal. But that definitely seems a little better. It's not stuttering as soon as I come here on this exterior camera. That photogrammetry uses a lot of data to process that, man. It's incredible the amount of data that is needed to generate these 3D buildings and all that. Shifty shift. Cigarette pressed between her lips while I'm staring at her tits. It's the wrong way. Wrong if I can, but I am only a man. So I take her to the can. It is the wrong way. The only family that she's ever had. Her 7 horny brothers and her drunk ass dad. He needed money, so we put her on the street. Thing was going fine until the day she met me. Yeah, more realistic passengers would be cool. Yeah, because these now, I mean, these zombies are crazy looking. There's no bathroom on this plane. What private plane do I have? Oh, pick up your pillows, guys. Those are such pigs. I'm trying to remember what plane I have where you can actually open up the bathroom in the back. Might be the T... I don't know. No, it's not the TBM. I have a private plane that I've flown recently. It's actually got a bathroom you can open up in the back. Oh, whatever. I don't remember. It's a plane like this size. That's going to bother me until I go to sleep tonight. As weird as that is, that's going to rack my brain until I figure it out. Like, it's not one of the Cessna Longitude or the CJ4. I'm trying to think what other private, like, planes I have that are propeller planes like this. I don't think it's the TBM. Trying to, like, visually scan, like, all the airplanes that I have. I don't know. I don't remember. It's not the PC-12. Well, whatever. Typically, I go into like speed increase for the sim, but with it as choppy as it's been, I don't want to risk it, so I'm just letting it be. We probably got about 10 minutes until we need to start descending. This plane does a good job, like VNav and all that, like descending on its own. I think so. I would do the, yeah, I would do the version 2, like the new one that came out. Well, I guess that is the Neo. I don't remember if the A320 that's been in a simulator, if that's a Neo. The new one from Inabuilds, that's a Neo. Yeah, that's definitely, I mean, the systems are pretty simple to use. The tablet is nice. And the MCDU, the flight management system, it's fairly realistic, but it's pretty intuitive how to use it. I think so. I think that would be a good place to start. I mean, the regular A320 that comes, you know, with the original simulator, you know, that's a pretty good plane too. It's just a lot of the buttons don't work in it, you know, and a lot of the stuff with the flight management system don't work. But if you're okay with that and you just want to get used to flying, and I mean, either one of those would be okay. All right, let's put this down to like 16,000 feet. Yeah, the V2 would be my choice. Like if I was going to pick a study, like a entry level, study level plane, or a study level plane that I just want to kind of master, I would definitely do the V2. All right, let's click VNav. Let me bring up the checklists. I like using the checklist on this printout for the rest of the flight. Yeah, I think if I was going to take one jetliner that's available in the game and really focus on like learning it completely, I would do that new Neo. Out of all the planes that come with the game for free, the Neo would be what I choose. The Dreamliner's a close second, but that version 2 Neo that just came out, that thing is great. I just flew that thing this afternoon, man. That thing is a lot of fun to fly. It sounds really good. It's got a lot of really good stuff in the tablet. You know, it's just they did a really good job in the builds with that plane. Yep. All right, we got about 4 minutes until top of descent. Let's click on flight plan. And let's bring up our charts. Let's go here to Shifty. All Alright, there's our plane right there. Oh wow, the outside air temperature got really cold. Jesus. When we leveled off, it was like negative 22. Now it's negative 32. Wow. Alright, there's our top of descent marker. So let's see here. Oops, sorry about that. Top of descent, windshield switch if necessary. Power lever, set the desired torque, set and cross-check the altimeters. Destination elevation and cabin climate controls as required. Now, I don't really see a reason to put the windshield defroster on because it's not icy out. Yeah, I hope they make the A380 also. Yeah, 757. Sorry, I had to squint in there because that heart is blocking it. If I didn't use OBS, I could get rid of that little heart, but I can't get rid of it unless I'm streaming right from YouTube. But yeah, no. PMDG, they do have the 777 coming out later this year, the 777. I don't know what edition, if it's extended range or I don't know what type of 777 it is, but they do have it coming out. That plane's going to be awesome. Yeah, PMDG has a big issue with their 737s right now. Right now, the tablet's not working properly. You can't bring in your flight plan. Ever since the last Xbox update, that dude that was in here a little bit ago, I forget his name, but anyways, he was here like maybe 15-20 minutes ago. He was messaging me on one of the videos I did, and I went into the forums for PMDG and saw that they know it's an issue and they're working on it. But yeah, that's the first time I've ever seen anything from them have any kind of issue. The DC-6s, 737s, all super solid. Like Inabuilds. Inabuilds is super solid. Yeah, I don't like that Captain Sim stuff, man. That stuff, all those 757s and 767s and shit, man, those Captain Sim airplanes are junk. All right, let's reduce our throttle. It's real strange. Ever since the last update, like I tried using it last night, and that was when I first noticed the issue. And I was trying to calculate the landing data. I'm sorry, the takeoff data for like the V speeds and the flex temperature, and it wasn't working. And then I couldn't import the flight plan either, which was another big red flag. So, yeah, ever since the last, now they said Xbox update, so I don't know if it's the SU-15 update or if it's the latest Xbox update, or I don't know which update is the issue. They're working on it. But yeah, it's strange. All right, let me check my passengers out. See if they're hungry and thirsty. Yep, a little bit of orange starting to peak up. Let me, well, let's organize the pillows because they threw them all over the ground. And let's get them some snacks, post-it notes, and coffee again. Yeah, on the ground, yeah. It's cool, man, how you can look inside the engine and all that. It's cool. Yeah, I only did it like one time and just kind of checked it out. I didn't spend a lot of time looking at the engines, but yeah, it's pretty cool how you can open those up and kind of look into it and all that. Yeah. That Bronco's a pretty fun plane, man. I like that plane. Again, I'm saying it. Like every plane I like. Like, it's just... I don't really think there's one plane that's in this simulator that I really don't like. All of them I like in like individual ways. Like there's not one plane that I, you know, for reasons like over other ones. It's just I like them all for different reasons. No, this plane you can't open anything up. The last plane I flew, the Piper right before this, that one you can open up all the fuel tanks, like open up all the fuel doors and unscrew the gas caps. And you can also open up the oil and check the oil with the dipstick. But no, this one doesn't have any way of checking like anything on the outside of the plane. It's all done from the tablet. Oh man, more frame issues. Jeez. I don't know what the problem is tonight. I don't usually have this issue, especially since I have the Series X. Got all 12 teraflops burning right now, man. 12 teraflops are burning up right now. Ever since I got the Series X and I upgraded my my Ethernet cable, I really haven't had any issues. Tonight I do. All right, let's continue to drop our altitude. Since it takes a while to spin this dial. Actually, what do we need to get down to? So 10 miles out. All right, so at Avkoff, we need to be at 2,000 feet. Okay. That kind of makes sense. All right, what's our METAR? So we got to switch that over. Refresh. A3005. I'm not really sure if that's necessary since I turned live weather off, but I'll leave it how it is, I guess. I mean, I'm manually landing this airplane anyway, so, you know, the altitude really doesn't matter at that point. That's more visual now when I go in for landing. There's no ILS or VOR station or anything for me to use for the RNAV landing, so we'll be landing this plane manually. so weird, man, with the choppiness. I don't get it. Unless it's just like their server. I know they had server issues last night. Microsoft with the simulator. I kept on getting error messages after I streamed last night when I was playing around with the 737. I kept on getting error messages for the servers. Yeah, oh yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, hopefully with the new missions it'll help. Like last night flying that Chinook helicopter with the missions that they have, that was really cool, like having a mission to do. Like I think when the new one comes out, the new one's supposed to have missions as well. That'll really help with like me being engaged with it, like being excited about doing it. Like doing that mission last night was so much fun. Even though it was still just flying to somewhere and back, it was still cool though. Like the setting it had, you know, the plot behind it. But yeah, that's a good idea. I'd never thought about pilot career software. That's interesting. All right, let's just put this down to 2,000 feet since that's where we're going. Sync up our heading. Cotton strip. All right. Little cotton strip USA. All right, so we don't really have anything until we get to approach. Then approach, we just need to put the fuel pump, the ignition on manual, landing lights, make sure our fuel quantity is balanced. Landing gear below 168 KIAS. Flaps at 10 degrees at the same knots indicated airspeed, and then flaps again at 118 knots. I thought the first set of flaps came in a little bit. Oh, no, that's right. That's right. Yeah, I definitely think I like the way the Airbus lights up at nighttime better than the Boeing. Yeah, I just think the Airbus for me it's a more intuitive, a little bit simpler airplane for me personally. I like the big buttons. I like how everything is laid out above. I like how everything is laid out in the center. The only thing that I still get confused on sometimes with the Airbus is when you're interacting with the glare shield knobs, for, you know, the autopilot knobs, like whether I need to push it in or pull it out. But other than that, like, you know, I still, like I said, I still get a little confused on that. It's tough sometimes to remember like all the different little things about these planes when I'm jumping in and out of so many of them so quickly, and then the train simulator on top of that, and then regular life getting crammed in there, and then everything for the kids and work, and it can only absorb so much. My brain can only absorb so much. Yeah, the lighting on that new version 2 Neo is really good at nighttime. Like that plane lights up really nice in the interior at nighttime. And the exterior lights, you know, they flash like, it looks really good. Doodah, doodah. That airstrip is 5 miles long. Oh, doodah day. Oh, Frank is gay. Where is Frank today? I know Grease is asleep. He told me this afternoon he was not going to be here tonight, that he was going to bed, which is good. It still amazes me that he shows up as often as he does at the time of night it is, or the time of morning that it is where he lives. I mean, when I go on, it's usually like 3 in the morning where he is. When he first told me he was in Greece, and then he kept on showing up, and I'm like, man, don't you sleep? He's like, yeah, I sleep during the day. He's some sort of like, not Bitcoin, but he trades something online, some sort of monetary instrument online, and he needs to be up around that time of day because of all the markets, you know, that I guess open up or whatever. So when he explained it, it made sense to me. I don't know if I could stay up like, I mean, I like staying up late. I don't know if I could do that like all the time. I guess you would get used to it. Like anything in life, you just kind of get used to it over time. Corkscrew Trace Airport. Gotcha. Oh, I thought you. Oh, that's right. You're in England. Is that right? I think I remember you said you were in England. Yeah, that's what I thought you said. All right, we're getting there. Now, when we get to... Come on, frame rate. Good Lord. Terrible. 96 is our heading for our landing, right? Is that... Oh, no, 171. So 351 is what I want to have programmed for the heading. All right, let's put in 351. And we're going to get the timer out as well. Jesus. That way when we get to the entry point for the landing tonight, I'm pretty sure we're going to have to do some sort of procedure turn. I think it's going to be a teardrop entry, but I think I have to look at it again. But either way, we still need to go up for a minute and circle back around. right, let me check the passengers one last time. They're okay. Let's have them put their seatbelts back on. All right, I think this is our final turn until we get to our landing. Yep. Well, you know what? We might not actually need to make that procedure turn. We might be able to go direct entry right into the landing, actually. Let me see what it looks like. Yeah, I think we can go direct. It'll probably be safer to do a procedure turn, but I think... Oh, no, it's got the procedure turn there. So we'll do that. When we get to AVCOF, we'll go into heading mode. When the wings go level, we'll put the timer on for a minute and swing back around. And then we'll land it manually. It might be the plane that's doing it. I mean, I've turned off what I could. You know, I've turned off photogrammetry. I've turned off live weather. I turned off multiplayer. Like, I've turned off everything that I could think of to kind of reduce the stuttering, but... And, like, this airplane's got two different liveries you can use that has regular and it has light. And I chose light because it, instead of it being like 4K textures and all that, it's 2K. It uses a lot less memory. So I don't know. I don't know if it's the servers at night or what it is, but oh, look at this airplane lit up at nighttime. Love it. All right, let's put on some landing lights. Once we start making our turn, we'll put on the activate the fuel pumps. Fuel looks like it's yeah, it's equal. Dude, I thought the same thing when that's why I bought the plane. I never heard of this company before the plane, but when I saw the interior of the picture, I said, that looks just like where the bikes go on Tron. Yep. That's funny. I thought the exact same thing. That's why I bought the plane. I said, if it looks like Tron, it's good enough for me. I had no idea it had this many features when I bought it. I just bought it because of how it looked. All right, let's actually sync this heading now. And we'll go into heading mode now. Let's slow down a bit.
Check gear.
Oh, you bitch. When you put the throttle down too low, it tells you to put the gear down. All right, wait for that little message to pop up about turning. That's funny, man. I thought the exact same thing with Tron. You're the first person to say that. All right, let's turn the 351. And then once we level out, we will then put on the timer. All right, let's click enter. All right, let's put the pumps on manual. And fuel quantity's fine. Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, that last Tron movie wasn't that good. The one, like, Tron Legacy, I guess it was called, or whatever, where, like, his son, you know, his quote-unquote son, you know, like, found the machine, and after all those years, it's still... But anyways, yeah, that movie was stupid, but the first Tron was awesome. The MCP! Such a good movie. Good old Alan. Drinking that blue water with his disc. All right, let's click end. Let's flip around to 171. Whoa! That has not happened in a very long time. Oh, I hope that is not part of the new update. This was fixed for a long time with these screens. I can't believe that actually happened. I thought getting the Series X fixed that issue. That issue was gone forever. Oh, I hope this is not part of... I hope they didn't mess something up with this new update. Wow. Wow, I am so upset. I really am, actually. I can't believe that. I don't think so. You know what? It could be, maybe. We'll check when we land. Yeah, I will when I land. I can land it visually. I see the runway in the airport. Airport's right there. Marco Island. Wow. One of the main reasons I bought the Series X was because I kept on having this happen. On any airplane that had Garmin, the screens would go black somewhere around descent. Like somewhere around like the bottom of the descent. I haven't had that issue since I got the Series X. Oh yeah, this would be real scary in real life. Alright, let's line up with this airport. Thankfully, the real planes, they don't use servers from Microsoft. If they did, there'd probably be a lot more airplane crashes. To be honest, I'm not sure. I'll have to look at the guide here. I don't think the screens going out is part of the what can go wrong. It could be an alternator or a generator failure. Now they're both still on. So I'm looking at all the different failures that are available. Oh, those are CAS messages. Never mind. Those aren't the emergencies. We're coming, Trump. We'll be there in a jiffy. Got my Make America Great Again sign on the front of my airplane here. That's why the lights went out on the airplane. We were sabotaged because we're going to your home. I got all the secret documents you took out of the White House. They're in the back here. All right, we're red, so we got to pull up a little bit. The screens going out kind of makes sense with as glitchy as this plane was tonight, to be honest. Like, back when these screens used to go out all the time, I would have that kind of, like, frame rate issue, memory issue. Like, it was always some sort of memory issue. Maybe it's just a problem with this plane needing to be updated after the latest update. I don't know. Definitely something I'm going to look into. All right, we got 2 red and 2 white. That's good. Got one more setting for flaps. Let's put our last setting for flaps in. Good old Marco Island. Home of the rich. No airport lights. Thank you, Microsoft, for being so cheap that you will not include airport lights anymore unless it's a handcrafted airport. You bastards. All right, let me put the lights on Mother Earth. Yeah, I don't think it's a circuit breaker issue. Oh. Damn, dude, you might have been right. Wow, I'll have to look into that. I have you know what? Because I do have failures turned on. Man, you are smart, man. I'm so glad that you're on that you're hanging out. I'll have to look into that. Yeah, so what's a circuit breaker? It was either a circuit breaker or it was really coincidental that I just fixed it. Like, it's one of those two things. All right, let's shut our airplane down properly. All right, after landing, fuel pump auto. This plane, it's always a good idea to shut it down properly. Well, you know, we'll do the Giga Chad checklist.
Fuel pump switch. Auto. Ignition switch. Off. Pitot switch. Off. Additional ice protection equipment. Off. Landing lights. Off. Strobe light. Off. Weather radar. Standby. Flaps. Retract. Transponder. Standby. Parking brake. Set. ECS cabin comfort switch.
Let's just autocomplete this page. I'm tired.
Bleed air lever.
All right, here we go. All done. All right. Get out, bitch. It's time for you to go. Get out. Get out. Get out. All right, that's about it. I'm tired. Oh, it's late too, and I've been streaming for almost 4 hours again. Golly, 2 4-hour streams back to back. That's crazy. Crazy. There's a good chance I'll be back tomorrow night. Not doing airplanes. Tomorrow night is Sunday night. That's usually time for other stuff. Construction simulator, the train simulator, car mechanic simulator. Let me look at my airplanes real quick though. Let me see if I can figure out the one that had that bathroom. All right. And then I'm going to shut it down. It might have been the Honda Jet actually. I think that's the plane. Yeah, I think that was the plane, that Honda Jet. I think that's the one that had the bathroom. That's a super fun plane to fly. Oh, you know what? It could have been the Vision Jet too. It's either the Vision Jet or the Honda Jet. It's one of those two. Anyways, all right. Yeah. Yeah, it says I have 104 airplanes. Well, I mean, some of them came as a package, like the ATR, all 4 of these came together. The Boeing airplanes. Well, like these A300s, they all came together. So it's not like it's a true, representation. Like all these Boeings came together, these 4 Boeings all came together, so. All right, I am signing off here, my friends. I will see you tomorrow night around 7:30, 8 o'clock. Not in the flight simulator, be doing other stuff, other games. Other games, maybe simulators, maybe something real. I don't know. Yep. Anyways, I'm tired. I'm sorry. I will see y'all tomorrow night. Please subscribe, hit that like button, and anything you want to see, hit me up on Discord. My Discord is now on my channel page. I set up a Discord server, so if you have anything you want to chat about, talk about, see, whatever, hit me up. And I will see y'all next time on the mostly All About Aviation channel. Alrighty, my friends, let me stop this here and